Well guys, there it is, ticker symbol CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. This is a $48 stock, and I've plowed about $17,000, $18,000 into the stock in just the past few weeks, and I plan on getting in total more than $100,000 in this particular stock. And so in this video, I want to go into depth about Carnival Cruise Line, why I want to build this into a big position, why I'm so excited about this, and why I look at this stock as a pretty easy money stock for me over the next 5 to 10 years. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. It's going to be an in-depth video. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button, and this is a type of video that doesn't just explain like why I'm bullish on the stock, but it goes into a lot of my thought process on why I get bullish on a stock and those sorts of things. So I hope you guys get a ton of value out of it. And by the way, leave in the comment section what you think about this stock. I would love to hear from you guys, whether you hate this stock, whether you love this stock, or you're kind of indifferent. Let me know. Alright guys, so starting to get into this here. So if you don't know Carnival Cruise Line, it's a cruise company. At the end of the day, they have these massive ships that usually take hundreds of passengers or thousands of passengers to a destination of some kind. And you generally have a mixture of folks on these cruises, okay? You can have like the families, you know, with the little kids and things like that, because a lot of families love to go on cruises. You can have retired folks on cruises. You can have people going on bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. You really get a good mixture of folks on these different cruises. And in terms of Carnival, it's not like they just own like the Carnival brand. They own some of the other biggest brands out there, such as a Costa brand, okay? Holland America, P&O Cruises, P&O Cruises Australia, Princess Cruises, Seabourn. So they don't just own Carnival brand. When you're buying into this company, you're essentially buying these other huge cruise brands as well that Carnival has acquired over time and continue to build out those brands. So it's not like there's a risk in terms of you just own Carnival brand and that's it at the end of the day. You own several different brands, which is phenomenal for pricing power. Now let's go ahead and take a peek here at the income statement of Carnival, and you can see this is a company that's consistently grown total revenue. So in 2017, it's a company that did $17.5 billion in total revenue. Go fast forward to the next year, 2018, they do $18.8 billion in total revenues in 2018. 2019, which the year ended November 30th, which by the way, that's a little weird to end your year there. Most companies end their year on December 30th, but Carnival ends theirs on November 30th. But they did $20.8 billion in total revenue in 2019. So this is a very important thing I like to look at in a company. Is a company consistently growing? Are they, continuing to show that they can grow the businesses? Isn't some type of company like some of my other stocks, like a Facebook stock or a Tesla stock, or one of those type of companies that, is growing super fast. This is not that type of company. And this is not the type of investment that serves that type of purpose where I'm trying to get, into a super fast growing company. This is a really compelling stock from a dividend perspective and overall business perspective.
Shout out Yachty, but this ain't a little boat. No, Mr. Six God, this is actually a Carnival Cruise Line.
Yes, that's what we're talking about here today, guys. Little CCL stock I made. A pretty big buy purchase here today in some of my accounts in Carnival Cruise Line stock. And I want to go ahead and talk about this one a bit today, why I went ahead and bought these shares. I'm going to show you the cost basis, all the different things on what I paid for these shares here today, how many shares I now own of Carnival Cruise Line, but most importantly, why I went ahead and did this. Hope you enjoyed it as always. Smash the thumbs up button. Let's start getting in this, guys. 144 shares I bought in one of my accounts today. This was about a $6,000 move. I paid $41.89 for those particular shares there. I think that one was actually in the public account, which is available for everybody in my private stock group to see every single move I make in that particular account. That one was in the public account. Then this one was actually in one of my private accounts. I bought 65 shares in one of my private accounts today. For those particular shares, I paid $41.91 per share for that one. And then in my dividends only account, which is available also for everybody in my private stock group to see every single move I make in that account, where I can only own dividend stocks. Then when I made a pretty big buy in that particular account, especially for that account not being that big, I made an $8,375 buy order of CCL in that particular account. I got 200 shares there. I paid $41.87 per share, okay? Now I went ahead and I looked at all my different accounts and I tried to see how many Carnival Cruise Line shares I now actually own in my various accounts. And as of right now, I own 1,864 Carnival Cruise Line shares as of right now, okay? So Carnival Cruise Line here today is $41.79. So let's go ahead and do some math on this. 1,864 shares times $41.79. I'm now up to almost $78,000 invested in Carnival Cruise Lines. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I've been buying the stock for the last month or two, and I even put out a video probably about, I don't know, maybe a month ago, month and a half ago or so, that was titled Why I Plan to Buy $100,000 of Carnival Cruise Stock. So which means, since I put out that video, guess what? I'm getting pretty dang close to my goal of having 100K invested in Carnival Cruise Line, and I would expect that within the next few weeks to maybe the next month, I will add the additional, let's say $20,000 or so, and get to that $100,000 invest in Carnival Cruise Line, which is exactly where I want it to be with the stock, and it looks like everything is going to work. Well guys, it's not very often that you see me load the boat on a stock, and no pun intended, but in terms of buying over $20,000 within a 20-minute span, you don't see that often, okay? I don't usually buy that heavy. I did so today, and I want to explain exactly why I did this, okay? You're looking at some shares I bought in one of my accounts today, 250 shares. It was over $8,000 worth of Carnival Cruise Line, ticker symbol CCL. We're going to talk about this one, why I am basically stealing money in this stock in my personal opinion, okay? I bought another 64 shares in another account. That one I paid $32.02 a share, and that one that was a little over a $2,000 move there. And then in another one of my accounts, I bought 315 shares. In those shares there, I paid $31.66 each for, so right around $20,000 worth of Carnival Cruise Line I bought here today, and I am super excited about the stock. I basically think I'm stealing money. Let me explain why, okay? So at the price I paid here today, $32 a share, that would put the company at a PE ratio of 6 to 11, okay? This is why I call this stealing money, essentially. Unless there's some long-term trend where no one wants to take cruises again, or some ridiculous thing like that, which is completely unrealistic, a great business model that is at a PE ratio of 6 to 11 is basically stealing money at the end of the day. And keep in mind, the dividend yield in the stock is 6%. And actually, here today, if you were buying at $32 a share, you were getting the yield above 6%. And that is at the company paying out $2 of EPS. Keep in mind, this is a company that should be able to easily produce $3 to $5 of EPS year in and year out. So, you know, $2 is you know, a portion of that EPS, but it's certainly not all of it, which I absolutely love. Oh my goodness, if I had $1 for every comment I've been getting lately on doing a video on Carnival Cruise Line, I would probably have enough money to like buy my own cruise ship. I don't know. Like, it's been ridiculous. So many comments from so many people about CCL. It's like every minute, do a video about CCL. We want to hear your opinion about CCL. And finally, 1 second ago, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a video about CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. Let's talk about this stock once and for all, which it's a painful stock for me to talk about. This is by far and away my worst investment of my life. Like it's not even close. And so it's not exactly a fun subject for me to talk about. But you know what? If the people want it, we're going to talk about it, okay? So smash the thumbs up button if you've been waiting for me to do this video, because I'm finally doing it for you guys, and it's a painful one to do, okay? So let's first start out by looking at Carnival's stock price. It fell about $27 a share today, up about 16%. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong stock. Carnival Cruise Line here today fell about another 9.5%, okay? 9.5%. It's under $8 a share. Under $8 a share, $7.97. Pretty much the only situation that could have ever got this stock price to this price is the Roni situation. Literally, this is the only thing. Like if they had a ship that like ended like the Titanic and it went underwater, like even that wouldn't have brought the stock to $7.97. The only thing that could have got this stock to this price is the Roni situation, and that's just facts, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the stock chart of Carnival Cruise Line for the last 3 months, and you're gonna see it was a $40, $50 stock. It was smooth sailing, no pun intended. And then some worries started about the Roni. We first found out about the Roni at some point in January, right? And at first it was like, and like it wasn't even worth paying attention to. Then February rolls around, and then all of a sudden a little more talk about it. And then we hear about some cruise ships that might have the Roni situation going on. And then there starts to be a little bit of actual fear out there. And people start thinking, whoa, what could this be? What could this be? Could this be something that's really bad? By the time March hits, people start thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be bad. And next thing you know, there's no more cruises. No más cruises, okay? No more cruises. It's shut down, okay? It was pretty much the first industry to kind of shut down even before the restaurants and a lot of the hotels and things shut down. The cruises, they stopped going on cruises. They weren't allowed to go on cruises anymore. No more cruises, and that is what took this stock price down in a massive way. I mean, a massive way. And just look at that. I mean, that is pure and utter destruction. Like I said, there's nothing that could have happened to this company that could have brought this stock down that fast. Even if there was like some insider trading or some fraud, even if there was like some, fraud, which is a big term, even if there was fraud somehow, I don't even think the stock would have fell to $7.97. Literally, that's how bad, like the worst thing happened. The worst thing, literally. If we had a normal recession, stock's not trading at $7.97 a day. I can guarantee you that, okay? Norwegian Cruise Line, they've also been hit. They're one of the other biggest players out there. Stock went from 50 plus, $54 a share. It's $8 here today. Royal Caribbean, that was another huge, or is it still a huge player in the cruise industry? They're pretty much the number 2 behind Carnival Cruise Line. And those 3 companies have like kind of, I don't want to say a monopoly on the industry, but they have a dominant market share of the entire cruise industry. And that stock went from $134 back in January to, here we are, it's $24 here today. So every single one of these stocks has just been absolutely devastated in the worst way possible. Well guys, it was just a short 72 hours ago on this channel. I was putting out a video called Is CCL stock a buy at $8? I said, let's talk some Carnival Cruise Line stock. And over the course of that video, we went into Carnival Cruise Line. If it was worth buying, I kind of gave you my opinion on Carnival Cruise Line at $8 and kind of like if it was worth the risk for some folks out there and things like that. And here we are today, just a few days later, right? And Carnival Cruise Line's trading at $10 plus a share. It's made a big upward move. Like that's a gargantuan upward move in literally just a few days. Like that's incredible, right? And keep in mind, 2 of those days was the weekend when the stock market isn't even open, but the stock's moving huge today. It's up $2.24 a share, up over 26%. That is a massive move for this stock. So I want to go ahead and talk about Carnival Cruise Line. Why is it moving up so much here today? There are 3 reasons why the stock is moving huge today. And we're going to talk about, will this stock continue to go up? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, smash the thumbs up button if you're looking forward to today's video. Also smash the thumbs up button if you're somebody that's bought Carnival Cruise Line somewhat recently, or you actually had legit thoughts about possibly buying the stock. Smash the thumbs up button if you're in any of those 2 groups. I would love to see how many of you guys. Massive move for the stocks here today, up over 26%. And what's crazy about this is if you look at the 3-month chart as we're looking at right now, you don't even see this. This isn't even like a blip on the chart. Like literally a 3-month chart is down so massively that even with a ridiculous move here today of over 26%, like the stock, it doesn't even seem like it matters because the stock has fallen basically from $50 in the past 3 months, okay? That is absolutely incredible. Even if we pull up a 1-month chart, even on a 1-month chart, it is ugly and it is hardly a blip seen on the radar because the stock was $24 a share 1 month ago. That is incredible. It is absolutely incredible how far this stock has fallen in such a short amount of time. That's well over a 60% downward move for the stock in the past 1 month. That's incredible for Carnival Cruise Line, for CCL stock. Other than the Roni situation, there's pretty much nothing that could have pushed this stock down to those levels. That is absolutely incredible, okay? Absolutely incredible. And once again, we all know why this is. It's the Roni situation. They basically had to stop doing cruises. And so their business went from being a great business, a business that produced $1 to $2 billion a month in revenue, in a business that made $150 to $300 million of net income every single month. Those numbers went from that to 0. So cowboys and cowgirls, before we get into today's video, everybody get your flotation devices on because you're going to need it for today's video, okay? We're talking about two different ship companies. One, Carnival Cruise Line, CCL stock. We're talking about NAT stock, Nordic American Tanker, an oil tanker company. We're talking about both these stocks. Let's get it done. Let's get it talking about, okay? I've seen so many comments like this. Please talk about CCL. Please talk about NAT. I mean, every day I always see comments, people wanting me to give updates on CCL, on NAT stock, and I said, let's just do this dang thing, okay? So we're going to do an update on these two stocks. I'm going to give you my opinion on them now, if I'm buying these stocks, selling these stocks, if I made any moves with them recently. We're just going to get all of this done in one big video. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. And let me just say, man, if these ships don't head right over the next couple of years, I might never buy a ship stock again because these two have treated me rough, man. They have used and abused me, these two stocks. Let me just put it that way. They are by far and away my two worst stocks. They have used and abused me. I'm like J-Lo in that movie in Enough. You ever seen that one? That's like me and these two stocks right now. Gets insane. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Enjoy it, okay? So first up here, we're talking about CCL, Carnival Cruise Line stock. As of today, as of recording this right now, it's $16 a share. This stock has had one of the craziest 6-month charts you're going to find out there, okay? This stock was over $50. Everything was going just according to plan, just fine. It actually was going to be an amazing year for Carnival Cruise Line. They were likely going to have record net income this year. They were likely going to pay out some amazing dividends. Like 2020 was going to be an amazing year for Carnival Cruise Line, regardless of really what happened even economically, even if we had strong growth or not that strong growth, unless there was like a once in 100-year event that happened called Rona. That could be the only thing that really messed up the business model, and it did that, and the stock just absolutely dove like nobody's business because, hey, I mean, who could have predicted the entire business model would be shut down? Like, this is on a whole other level. So unfortunately, a once in 100-year experience has happened now, and CCL stock has gone from over $50 a share in the past 6 months to, at its lows, it was under $8 a share. Just a crazy dive in a company that's generally a very stable company. It's the truth with CCL. It's generally speaking a very stable company. Great dividend payer. You know, this isn't the type of stock you're going to double your money overnight in, but it's usually not the type of stock you're going to lose, 70-80% in a matter of a few months. But when a once in a 100-year event comes out like Rona, obviously you see what's happened. And then it went from under 8 to went to all the way up to $25 a share in literally like a couple months span. Now it's shot back down to $16 a share, but that chart there is just amazing. Just crazy 6-month chart. 52-week low is actually $7.80 a share. That's absolutely amazing, okay? Let's look at some bad news for CCL, okay? The Miami-based company posted an adjusted loss, this just came out last week, posted an adjusted loss of $2.4 billion or $3.30 a share. Earnings of $457 million happened in the past year, so they went from being extremely profitable to taking the most insane losses imaginable, and that kind of happens when your entire business model is shut down overnight. Like, I mean, this is a gigantic corporation that literally can't even do business right now. It's one of the craziest things you'll ever see in your life. Like, this is just, it's on a whole other level. Like I said, a recession, a recession, you can deal with the recession if you're CCL or any company out there in the travel industry. Yeah, business might just be a little down, but it's a whole different thing when you have to be forced to be shut down for months and months and months. It's crazy. So losses are enormous at Carnival Cruise Line right now. Carnival Cruise Line also announced they want to sell about a half dozen of their older cruise ships. I can't imagine that they're going to get, high dollar amounts for those ships. One, they're older ships. Two, right now it's just not the best time to sell cruise ships, but Carnival Cruise Line is doing everything in their power, whether it's raising money, selling ships, whatever they have to do to make it sure they get it to the other side where they can once again have their cruise business opened up. That's the most important thing. Just getting through this without going bankrupt, essentially, get to the other side, and then you're going to be a very profitable business in the future again. People will return to cruising. We all know this. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow, but it will happen over in future years. And the company will be very profitable again. They just have to get over to the other side without going bankrupt. And they're trying to do everything in their power to do this, okay? Thank you for watching and have a great day.